Yo, how's everybody doing? Thank you so much for coming back tonight. Seeker, Psychotic, and Ataraxy. Hey, how's everybody doing? I hope that everybody's doing well. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the stream. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Hope that everybody's doing well. Also, Rit Dragon, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. So, Psychotic, Star Wars, Star Trek, Stargate, pick 2, The Last of Us Raid Forever. Easy choice. Thomas, nice to see you again. Thank you so much for joining. Doing good. Doing very good today. Thank you so much for asking. Stargate. Stargate would have to go. Bye-bye. Gone forever. So, just my 2 cents worth right there. Anyways. Okay, so last time we did like 2 irregular missions that were actually kind of snoozers, but fortunately we had a lot of fun and interesting conversation that was going on. So we had that going for us. I haven't put the VOD up just yet because I kind of forgot until right now, but I'll do it after the stream. So folks out there will get a 2-for-1 special on VODs. Congratulations. Star Wars and Stargate. Interesting. I mean, so full disclosure, I haven't watched a ton of Stargate, but Star Trek for sure is the one that we keep. Like every time, hands down, we keep Star Trek. Star Wars, the original trilogy, good. Everything after that, it's hit or miss. Okay, what are we supposed to do with our lives? Lots and lots of people having bad days. That's right. I remember now. Waiting on a whole bunch of clan ferrofibrous. Ugh, gross. Okay, cool. Deborah's still there. We've got a veteran just hanging out, just kicking rocks. All right, applesauce. Eclectic, how's it going? Yeah, we owe Star Trek for inventing flip phones, along with a lot of other things. Prequels, pretty good. I have 3 letters or 3 words for you. Jar Jar Binks. What's the point? Okay, there's all that fun stuff. Do we have to do anything right now? I mean, we can finally start exploring this, which is nice. And really, this is the only place that we need to explore. So, whoop. No, don't remain deployed. No. Oh, that's interesting. Huh. Okay. I mean, so some of the Disney stuff is pretty good, but that's just my 2 cents worth. Awful weather. Ugh. I mean, it's like 90 some degrees here, which is less than desirable. I spent a couple hours in the garage and I am fairly dehydrated at this point. I'll go ahead and advance a couple of days here. Oh, good. The Orion got its legs repaired. Isn't that nice? But so unpopular opinion, I actually really liked Solo. I thought Solo was great. Rogue One, of course, is pretty phenomenal. All of the Mandalorian and everything associated with Mandalorian, I think, is pretty fantastic. They did a really good job with that. Let's see here, what else? Like honestly, like a lot of the spin-off stuff was pretty good. I never watched, what was the one with all the kids? I don't remember. I never really watched that one. I watched like an episode and stopped watching. I never really watched, actually, most of the stuff that came out in the last like 2 years, I haven't really watched. Yeah, Mando, Solo, Rogue One, all good. Oh, good. Delays are great. Yeah, they definitely should focus on the spin-off stuff. Well, actually, so I don't fully agree with that because they also screwed up a whole bunch of the spin-off stuff. But they say what? What'd I miss? Oh, no, don't edit the mission. Oh, because I had a lance get decimated. That's why. Okay, so let's go ahead. What lance was that? Was that Bravo Lance? I want to say it was, no, Charlie Lance. Yeah. So Charlie Lance, what do I have ready to go in the hangar? Got a Thunderbolt. Oh, I've got a nice Archer ready to go. So this can go to Charlie Lance, and that actually fits. So if I fits, I sits. Then definitely don't want that one. We can put the Thunderbolt in there for right now. And that'd be okay. Is it time for us to refit a couple more Orions? Is that what I'm seeing? Otherwise... Whoa! Zenith, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. No, I didn't lose 10% of a lance. I lost half of a lance. I lost literally half a lance. It just went away. Goodbye. Bad things happened. Yeah, we'll just do the Thunderbolt for right now. Company Alpha Bravo Charlie Lance. That's what I want. Boop. Zenith, how are you doing today? Okay, what have I missed in the last 12 seconds? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the problem I had with the sequel series was that it just felt like they were trying to recreate what they had in the original trilogy, and it did not feel right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, and then let's grab a couple of mech warriors to yeet. You're going to be out for 17 days, so why don't we go ahead and assign you to... Hold on, how do I have an elite mech warrior that... Am I just dumb? Where did you come from? Did I hire you and forget about it? They joined in December. Okay, great. I don't know who you are. I don't remember you. But I'm happy that you're here. Yeah. Well, I don't think that they had anything planned for after Return of the Jedi either, but look what happened. All right, let's go ahead. We'll throw our elite pilots into the Archer, and we will throw Applesauce into the Thunderbolt, and now we should be good. We should be Gucci. Yes, everybody's happy. Oh man, J.J. Abrams is so good at making action movies. That's what he's good at. He makes formulaic action movies. And they are epic. They are epic action movies. Every single one of them. Star Trek, action movie. Star Wars, action movie. Everything, action movie. Not everything's an action movie, bro. All right, let's go ahead and start looking for trouble. Like, we got tons of time left on this contract, but we'll just start looking for trouble. Star Wars is kind of an action movie, but there's supposed to be a little bit more to it than that. Star Trek, when he was involved in it, because he, if I remember correctly, J.J. Abrams was the director for the start of the Kelvin line. And that is just straight up action movie, which is not what Star Trek is about. Oh, good. Frontline breakthrough. Isn't that nice? And then we'll go ahead and do some ground recon. Yet another irregular force suppression, and we'll stop there for meow. Yeah. Yeah, it creates problems. There have been many a problem created, and the Kelvin line had the potential to be so freaking cool. And the last one, Star Trek Beyond, absolutely fantastic, my favorite one, and it actually felt like we got back to Star Trek finally, a little. And then, you know, that ended, but it's okay. I don't think it cured death. Unless it did. Maybe that was... I don't remember. Alright, let's take a look and see what kind of madness there is here. Alright, so one of these happened on the 24th, the other one on the 25th. So we need to penetrate into the enemy's main battle line. The enemy will control the battlefield once the engagement concludes. Blah. That's a bummer. Oh, this is literally just like sprint through and hope for the best. Okay, cool. Think we can probably do that. And then yet another irregular force suppression where we will control the battlefield at the end of the engagement. And they're bringing piddly forces, which is fine. Okay, so for this one, we'll probably end up bringing whatever fast scout lance I have, and go from there. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Oh, good. You graduated. I don't know what you graduated from, but you graduated from something. You are 3, so you graduated from daycare. Congratulations. Education, civilian, homeschool, basic education. There we go. Bada bee, bada boom. Recon Lance and Ground Lance comes home. Okay, who are we going to send? So we can send Recon Lance potentially, which will give us a Spider, Hermes, Locust, and a Locust. The downside is neither one of those Locusts jump. It's going to blow. Could always do the Scout Lance. Because everybody here jumps. I think maybe we just send Scout Lance and call it good. And hope for the best. Alright, so we'll deploy Scout Lance. Can confirm. And commit. Start. Commence. Go Power Ranger. I mean, I would love to see more stuff with Old Republic, but not sure that we're going to see that anytime soon. Oh, I forgot that I've got these idiots too. Womp womp. Now, one thing I never really got into was I never got into the animated Clone Wars series. I heard good things about it. People would talk great about it, but I could never get into it. I tried. I tried. Oh, it's this kind of a map. Gross. Also, for those of you who didn't know, we now have a bot command display. I don't remember if I talked about this last time. Bot commands. Boop. So now, instead of having to right click and do a whole bunch of other madness, we have a little menu up here. And you can have it either be free floating or be docked. And so that's lots of exciting new stuff. There's just so much exciting new stuff every time. I'll be honest, I don't know what you guys are talking about with EU. All right, let's throw a Vulcan down. Maybe. There we go. Expanded universe. Thank you. You guys have delved so far into the weeds that I have no idea where you are anymore, but I'm happy that you guys know where you are. Oh, this guy, this pilot right here. This guy kind of looks like Baltar from Battlestar Galactica. New Battlestar Galactica, not the old one, new one. All of the things I didn't know about. All right, to send all of our friends sprinting forward. Who needs to shoot? Answer is nobody. I'm also tempted to send this Crusader ramming into whatever this is, the Dragonfly. Necrobob, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining. I hope that you're doing well today. There is a very serious discussion on Star Wars happening right now. Right now, the discussion is about Mace Windu's ability to shatter things, among others. There was also the question posed of, you are given the choice between Star Wars, Star Trek, and Stargate, and you have to destroy one for forever and ever. It is completely forgotten from the universe. Which one do you pick? Really? You would pick Star Wars. Man, now I feel obligated to try to watch Stargate again. I think part of the challenge for me watching Stargate. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're saying you would get rid of Babylon 5? No way. No way, Jose. Kick rocks. Get out of here. Oh, yeah, no. This is just a nighttime battle. You will probably never, ever, ever catch me doing a space battle. How's it going, McGib? Okay, I don't think I can shoot at anybody. Actually, I sprint with like everybody. Oh, good. Good. Yeah, if somebody tried to tell me they were getting rid of Babylon 5, then I would lose my mind. I mean, season 4 of Babylon 5, where they have the entire war in like one season, or not even, is a bit rough. But they also thought they were being canceled, so there's that. Oh my gosh, just 12 seconds. It's annoying. I am sorry that there was a delay at all. It's always very frustrating. Fortunately, not a whole lot happens in 12 seconds most of the time. You just have to deal with me. Click, 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 click. Although I did get a new mouse because my mouse, I had the same mouse. Oh no, the Stinger got hit. 3 missiles doing 3 damage to the right torso. That's okay. And ER small to the center torso, so that's okay. I had my old mouse since I bought, I think, this computer. I think. Which was back in 2001. What was it? I think it was like 2018. I think I've had this computer since 2018. And so I've had that mouse for like 8 years. And it was finally, like, the optical sensor just was like doing weird stuff. The middle mouse button didn't work half the time. It was not ideal. But then Prime Day happened. Hold on. Wait, what? Hold on. Oh, nice. Babylon 5 is being shown on YouTube weekly episodes. Very nice. And a personnel oh, nice. I think that Babylon 5 is also on... Which one is it on? Is it on Amazon? I don't know. It's streaming somewhere. I just don't remember where. That is by far one of my go-to, like, feel good shows, or just like I want to not think, but I want to have something that helps me feel joy. And that's one of the first shows I go to. It's like that and Next Generation. Then after that, I'll do things like Buffy or Angel. Oh, is it Tubi? I don't know. You can always look on IMDb and find it most of the time. Oof. Go that way. Look, counting is hard. I don't know if you knew that, but counting is hard. Angry Serb, how are you doing, man? Hope that you're doing well today. Oh my gosh, all of the pods. Soon we'll be pod racing. Haha. But ooh, umpiring a softball game. Always a good time. Hopefully it's not as hot there as it is here. Otherwise, that is less than desirable. I probably should have shot. Oh well. It's like 95 degrees here. Well, the Crusader got hit by a small pulse into the left arm and some SRMs, hitting the center torso, left arm, and left torso, so no big deal there. Then the Crusader takes an ERPPC to the left arm, critting on the lower arm. Nobody shot at the GameSock, which is good. Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, real feel of 104 is not ideal at all. Sure, you can try to punch him. I don't think this Crusader is going to make it. Yeah, you know it's always rough when you when it's been hot enough for really hot for a long time, and then things like 86 degrees start feeling really good. Or you go inside your house where it's in the mid 70s and you're like trying to find a sweatshirt. Well, the Phoenix Hawk took a hit to the leg, but stays standing. Unfortunately, the Crusader took a tumble, but that's okay. It's going to be fine. 85 outside. What is it here? Because it's 8:30 where I am. And it's, oh, apparently it's only 81 degrees, which is nice. Good old Kansas weather. Okay, I have to get 50% of, hold on, is it my mechs and, so it's my Scout Lance and the trainees, which is fine. So I have to get 4 off the board. Start with you, so that's 1. Two and 3. Should have 1 more that I can get off the board right now. And there we go. Cool. Yeah, I wish quad designs were also not absolute garbage. So we can go ahead and hit that / victory. Boom. Blah, 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 blah. Anything over 60, it makes me sweat. I feel bad. Yeah, I do not miss living in North Carolina, honestly, for the most part. There are things that I do miss about it, but the humidity is not one of them. I would get up and walk out the door to go to work at like 5, and I would walk from my front door to my car, which was, you know, like a 20-foot walk, and I would just be soaked. Absolutely soaked. Which was always just annoying. Can you hit anything? Sure, why not? Give it a whirl. YOLO. Oh my goodness. Oh, is that what it was? Amazon bought the rights? Is it on Amazon Prime now? Now I have to look. Now you made me curious. Babylon 5. Oh, it's not even on Amazon Prime. That's annoying. I think you have to buy it now. Gross. Shoot. Yeah, living in the South US and not being built for heat, that is not a good time. Aw. Crusader pilot blacked out. That's unfortunate. Yes, always choose violence. There we go. Poor guy. Crusader's just having a really bad day. But we won. Westworld was really good. At least the first season was. I really enjoyed it. I ended up buying the first season just because I wanted to go back and watch it again. It's on Prime in Canada. Hold on, now I have to... My goodness, making me look up all sorts of things. Yeah, I'm not destroying those things. Not happening. Yep, nope, not on Amazon Prime. Or it's not on Prime Video. You can buy it on Amazon Prime. Oh wait, well that is one down and dusted. And then for the regular force suppression, what are we going to do here? I mean, we could honestly probably just yeet Charlie Lance at this again. Swap out the swarm ammo for some flak. Call it good, or fragmentation. Yeah, why don't we do that? Meow. Okay, Bravo Charlie. There we are. So we'll swap out for you. There's nothing to do there. I'll go ahead and swap out the SRM4 ammo for some fragmentation. There it is. And then the longbow. Swap out the swarm ammo for fragmentation. Swarm for the fragmentations. And then the archer, we can swap out some of the regular stuff for fragmentation. Whoops. Do that. Cool, we should be in a good spot. Go ahead and deploy Charlie. Can confirm. And go Power Ranger. Oh my goodness. Yeah, quads are just weird, man. The way that they have them built is just weird. Cache cleaner sim. Yeah, mechs with tank treads would be interesting. Okay, go forward 1 day. Got our stuff. Oh man, I really hope that we don't fail on the Victor again. That would make me sad. And we will control the battlefield most likely. Send in recovery B. Got plenty of folks. Ote. Oh, do you just have to add it in MegaMek Lab? Cool. There's all of that. Go there. Where are the rules for treads on feet? Is that in Unison equipment? I do actually. So we have, well, not in the lineup. I had that Warhammer C that kind of got eaten by a Union, but we do have in the repair bay, we've got a Fire Moth, Ice Ferret, a Timber Wolf, a Phantom Prime, and then 2 Storm Crows. So all of those are very exciting. We just have to do a little bit of work on some of them. Some of them are kind of fixer-uppers. People made fun of me for getting them, but they're going to be great. They're going to be awesome as soon as we get them working. It's the small things. Dude, the Fire Moth is a 10-15 with mask. It can go from one side to the other side of the map in 2 rounds. It's totes worth it. All you have to do is roll a 3 and a 5. I mean, I do love a good Timberwolf. I love the concept of a Timberwolf. I've never actually used one, so I can't say they're my favorite yet, but I love the concept. They seem like a phenomenal concept. Yes, if it can hit it. But the trick with a fire moth is just not to be hit. Don't get hit. Don't do it. Well, we haven't found the enemy yet. We have to kill, what, 50%? Should probably pay attention to these things. Yeah, so we have to destroy 50% of them. Yeah, those definitely get hit. Locust, wasps, like all of them. But they're cool looking. Can't say that they're not cool looking. I think they're cool looking anyways. But what do I know? All right, whole lot of nothing happening. All we gotta do is find the enemy and kill them. Can we find them and kill them? Hold on, what happened to the infantry? What happened to their poor infantry? Did their infantry crash and die? Oh, poor guys. Well, I'll still kill half of those. Although now suddenly my my fragmentation ammo is not going to be nearly as useful. It's not, hold on, it's not like stupidly hot or something like that, is it? Oh, minus 40C. That's what did it. Womp womp. That's a little on the chilly side. Oh, we found... What is that, a VTOL? Yeah. I don't know, fragmentation against a VTOL might be okay. Okay. So most of the stuff looks like it's on the right half of the map, which I can't do anything about. Yeah, they got a little frostbite, just a touch. It's like going outside in Antarctica in a bikini and thinking that nothing bad will happen. It'll be totally fine. Yeah, why not? Burn some fragmentation. They transform between tank and mech mode. What? I didn't even know those existed. I learn more from the people in my chat than I do from any other source. Everybody missed. Oh, ruh-roh. Oh. That looks like one of the bosses from Mega Man. got to break the rules. Just a little. Let's see here. Oh, got it. That tracks. Let's see here. Go run that way. All right, what are these hooligans going to do? They don't even have anything interesting for me to take, which is the real bummer. Gross. Okay, cool. Oh, man. This might take longer than I had hoped, and I'm not actually that excited about it. Well, the Wolverine did manage to hit the pie hole in the front, down to 15 armor there. Ripper hit with a medium pulse laser into the right torso of the Wolverine, and everybody else missed. Well, at least we don't have to worry about heat because it's so cold, but darn it. Let's see here. Do that. Let's do that then. Good deal. I also added a whole bunch more music to my playlist, so hopefully we don't get a whole bunch of repeating songs. My playlist was like 2 hours long, and now it's like 7.5 hours. That should be fine. Were treaties limited mech construction? Well, I mean, in fairness, the Succession Wars, while there weren't treaties that limited mech construction, it was more that everything had been destroyed to the point where mechs just weren't being built anymore for quite a while. Please go kick a tank. Womp womp. Still can't shoot. Gross. A 14 to hit. That's not ideal. None of this is ideal. Okay, cool. Well, Piehole takes a couple of hits and gets immobilized, and then Salesman puts a couple of machine gun rounds into the Wolverine. Piehole hits Archer with a couple of machine guns. Then Thunderbolt against Piehole also hits the front. That's about that. Piehole's immobilized, though, so we don't have to worry about it too much. All right, please, for goodness sakes, kick the tank. All right, cool. Piehole is dead. And good, the Wolverine actually managed to kick Salesman. Some moderate damage, so it's not moving as far, but it's still alive. Well, I think that the challenge is that, by definition, the periphery states don't have the resources to do anything. They're just stuck on the outside getting the dregs of whatever they can find. I think the argument you can make for them having more identity in their mechs is potentially with more things like Frankenmechs, which you can 100% do. And you can also do within MegaMek now. They still need a little work from my understanding, but they exist. They are there. I have not messed with Ill Clan at all. I know that there are a lot of people out there who really enjoy it. There are some people who are just like, there's way too much stuff. I'm still actually kind of bitter about CGL making Ill Clan like the introductory era now, because there's just so much stuff. There's all the different armor types, all the different weapons. Like, just give us the basic set of stuff and let's figure that out. Let me learn how to play the game, and then start piling other stuff on there. Like, then I can start learning how to use arrows and what Artemis systems are and all that jazz. Yeah, Battletech is bad. It is bad. Like, you practically need a college degree just to figure out how to play a single game. Whoa, where did you come from? Oh, okay, got it. That's the same one. Cool. There we go. That'll work. I agree. You could argue that Clan Invasion could be introductory, but even so, I don't like Clan Invasion being introductory. I do really enjoy Clan Invasion being the thing that comes after introductory. So I'm a huge fan of, you introduce people to Battletech, classic 30-25, right? Or you do introduction in 30-40, which, if you're running a campaign, that gives you enough time to play, figure out some stuff with like Succession War equipment, essentially just Aerosphere stuff. You can go wild and crazy and maybe have a little bit of Lost Tech. And then once you kind of get the hang of it, then now you're into the Clan Invasion. Oh, I haven't read any of the lore behind it, so I'll have to take your word for it. pretty much, if there's not a book that, if there's not an audio book for it, the likelihood of me ever reading it or listening to it right now is low. Yeah, you can't get the far over. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, part of the frustration for some new players might be, well, heat is hard to manage. Yeah, heat can be hard to manage. But that's just another aspect of the gameplay. And then you jump into the clan era where suddenly heat's not a problem until, like for most things, heat's not a problem until you start losing heat sinks. And at that point in time, you're already losing the mech. So, meh. But having to manage heat in addition to everything else and having a bit slower of a game makes it a lot easier to figure things out. Well, Shadowhawk missed longbow, hits the Ripper with some fragmentation rounds. Oh, but it's not doing damage. Womp womp. Okay. That is the point of the beginner box, which the new beginner box, my understanding, is will be in the Ill Clan era. Yeah, exactly. If I remember correctly, the release that CGL put out was that the new beginner's box will be in the Ill Clan era, because some of the new starter mechs that you get in the starter box are Ill Clan era mechs. It's like half Ill Clan, half Succession War. Yeah. Oh, good. That was 50% of them. So we can say victory. Sure, we'll say that. Yeah. Now, one thing I haven't done is I haven't gone back and played like an Age of War campaign or anything like that, which I think could be a lot of fun. You know, people make fun of the Mackie and stuff like that, but honestly, those mechs, when they were produced, they were good. It's just that they don't always age the best. Yeah, I'm not claiming any of those because I didn't kill them. I'm not going to get the stuff. I feel like that's kind of cheaty, so I'm just not going to. Heavy Hover APC will just toss them to the back of a truck and roll away. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, the new beginner box is Ill Clan, and it doesn't throw everything at them right away. But isn't that also the point of, like, the Succession War era? Like 3025. You're not throwing hardly anything at them. You're throwing the basic mechs. You're not throwing any advanced armor. You're not throwing out any advanced weapon systems or anything like that. Does it, though? Because tanks don't add a whole lot. VTOLs can. Aerospace can. Aerospace definitely does, actually. I don't know. I think the challenge is just that Battletech is complicated. All right, cool. Oh my goodness. Hold on, wait, didn't I see you talking about, what was the tiger? Oh, good. A frontline engagement. Isn't that nice? Oh, dear. Colonel, I've received word from Allied Command. The Op 4 has issued an official combat challenge. Naturally, we've been called on to handle the dirty work. We should review our force and decide who to send in. Be warned, though, Colonel. There are rules. We are expected to follow them. We can only deploy ground forces. No dropships. Allied Command explicitly said that, by the way. We're limited to a force of 4 combat elements. They get to deploy in one formation, and so do we. That's how it works. It should go without saying that we're forbidden from bringing reinforcements. That includes auxiliaries. Okay. Great. I better take a look. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I saw that. Got a mini for the tiger around here somewhere. Okay, well, now this is a problem. This is actually a problem in a way. We have to win it, because if we lose the contract. And if we win, then suddenly we're not in danger of immediately losing this contract. But holy cow, this could blow. I think we just send in Alpha Lance and hope for the best. All right, when is this? This is on the 20th today. This is Meow. All right, well, let's go ahead and send in Alpha Lance. They're bringing 2 mechs. We're bringing 4. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know enough about the history of the Tiger to be able to say a whole lot else about it. It's a cool mech, or it's a cool tank, but... And wasn't it primarily produced on Earth throughout the entirety of its production? I thought that it was, but I'm not 100% sure. Whoop, no, I didn't mean to do that. All right. No. Okay, start. Seconds. That's what I was going for. Skirmishers. All right. Here we go. Big map. Big map, big potential. Now, they are bringing 10,000 BV in 2 mechs. I'm slightly terrified about what they're bringing. Okay, so we need... Yeah, we'll put everybody on this half. Because we're going to need to pretty well consolidate our forces here. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it shows you how much I know. Look, I know the gun goes pew pew. That's what I know. Well, actually, I'm still using the playtest survivor rules, so I need to hit them from one side. All at once. Emphasis on the side. What's probably going to end up happening is they're probably going to pop out from the town right where I'm not expecting them to, and then out of the line of sight of my awesome, which is then just going to irritate the crap out of me. Nope. Nope. Or they're going to come all the way around and hit me from behind and then take out my awesome, which will then also make me unhappy. Oh, yeah. Yeah, play a game of kick the can with their mech being the can. There they are. Found him. I get him into long range at all by backing up? Yes, yes I can. That's awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, and his buddy is a ways away. Nice. I think I have to kill all of them, right? Yeah. Or both of them. Well, I can shoot at him with a medium laser. Then double PPC, LB10X. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do both the medium pulses. We can get a little warm this turn. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Fives, yeah, that's fine too. Okay, so our Kerensky missed. The Timberwolf firing at the awesome hit with 9 LRMs, doing 5 to the right arm and 4 to the center torso. Hellbringer at the Marauder hit with the large laser into the right arm, large laser into the center torso. Ultra AC5 hit times 1, doing 5 to the left torso. The Narc exploded and did 4 to the left arm. Then hits with 16 to the Narc LRM, doing 5 to the right torso, 5 to the right leg, 5 to the center torso, another 1 to the center torso. The Marauder got his revenge, though, by slamming a PPC round into the head of the Hellbringer, doing 1 point of damage to that pilot. It's down to 2 internal structure. PPC number 2 hits into the left arm, LB10X into the left arm, down to 1 internal structure, medium pulse into the left arm, destroying the left arm completely, then missed with the last medium pulse. The Heck missed. The Awesome hits with all 3 of its PPCs, putting 1 into the left leg, 1 into the center torso, and then 1 into the left torso, creating on the engine and the active probe. So the Marauder took 40 damage, needs a 5, rolls a 6, stays standing. The Loki took 60 damage, needs a 5, rolls an 11. It also stays standing. Oh, interesting. You know, the amazing thing to me is just how much lore exists for every little piece of Battletech that is out there. Turn around and go home. All right. And, oh, just inside of medium. So back up. And there we are. So 5, 5. Another 5. Do we keep it hot? Yeah, we keep it hot. So we'll go 7 over this round. That'll be fine. This, we can definitely turn up the heat a little. We can go 8 over on heat, and that'll be okay. Cool. Do all that fun stuff. And we'll just double tap the PPCs this time. Oh. All right, so the Marauder put a PPC into the right leg, PPC into the left leg, critting on the hip and the lower leg, LB10X into the center torso, then a medium pulse into the center torso. The low key firing at the Marauder hit with a medium laser into the left arm. Missed with everything else except for the LRMs, doing 12 damage total, 5 to the right arm, 5 to the right arm, and 2 to the right torso. Then the Orion hit with a PPC into the left leg, destroying the left leg, LB10X into the right torso, medium laser left arm, medium laser into the right leg, and then 2 SRMs go in, doing 1 to the center 2 to the center torso, 2 to the right arm. The Kerensky lands the PPC into the center torso, destroying the engine. Gauss rifle miss, medium laser into the right torso. The Timberwolf firing at the Kerensky hits with the ER large into the center torso. Another ER large in the center torso. No, I accidentally destroyed the center torso. Womp womp. Okay, we're not bringing the Hellbringer home, but that's okay. I mean, I can still salvage it, but still. And then the Kerensky stays standing. All right, well. We've got light damage on one of our folks. They are down a mech. Now, we just close the distance. We need to let our Marauder take a little bit of a break. And not get rocked quite as much. No, it's very much not fragile. It's a Timberwolf. Yeah, it's like the opposite of fragile. There he is. Let's see here. How can I get into a place where I can shoot at you? Do I actually have line of sight from there? I do. Neato. That should hopefully be at just inside a long range. Nice. Oh yeah, it's pretty tough how all of that lore is spread across all of the different source books. We can get hot. That's fine. There we go. Okay, so PPC into the right torso rear of the Timberwolf. LB-10X miss. Medium laser into the right leg. SRM-4 hits with 3 missiles, doing 2 to the center torso rear, 2 to the right torso rear, and 2 to the left leg. That right torso rear is down to 11. Then the Mad Cat puts an ER large into the right torso. The Awesome ER medium into the left torso. Awesome returns fire with an ER PPC to the right torso rear down to 1. ER PPC into the center torso rear down to 20 internal structure. And then this was the last one. Timberwolf took 40 damage, needs a 4, rolls a 5. That Timberwolf is having a bad day. And its back is not looking so hot. Or maybe it's... Yeah, Sorna's so good. Or maybe it's that its back is looking really good or really hot. I don't know. Might be slightly on fire. There is no great way to shoot at him. Like a big old game of you can't get there from here. Alright, so we can double tap on the building, get it out of the way. Alright, try to keep it not quite as hot. Well, the Timberwolf against the Orion hits with an ER large into the right arm, ER large into the left torso, medium pulse into the right leg, and then a medium ER medium into the left arm, machine gun into the right arm, LRM at point blank range. Hits with all 20 missiles, doing 5 to the center torso, left torso, right leg, and left arm. Still have all of armor over everything, but oof. Awesome takes out the building so it can finally see. The Heck puts in a PPC into the left torso of the Timberwolf. LB-10X the right torso hits with 2 of the SRMs, doing 2 to the right arm, 2 to the center torso. Medium laser into the left leg and the small laser into the right arm. No! The Orion needed a 5, rolled a 2. That is unfortunate, but we don't take any damage. The Timberwolf stays standing. So we're about to get kicked in the face. Yep, there it was. Where did he go? Probably just around the corner here would be my guess. Oh, that's an interesting place for him to be. And super not good for me to find him like that. For him. What height are you? You're a height 1. Bruh. Bruh. Okay. So, Seeker, also remember that MegaMek is not canon. So unless something is explicitly stated as canon, it may not, or it should not be considered canon. I'll just do that. Yeah, we'll get warm. Why not? Ooh, oh, a 3 on the PPC and a 3 on the Gauss rifle. Yes, please. Might as well go ham. That's fair. Well, the building went away. Timberwolf firing at the awesome hit with an ER large into the left torso, medium pulse into the center torso, ER medium into the left torso, and then ER medium into the left torso. We're down to 10 internal structure there. The Orion firing at the PPC into the left torso, then LB-10X into the left torso down to 11 internal structure, medium laser into the center torso. SRM hits with 3 missiles, doing 2 forward to the center torso and 2 to the left leg. The Kerensky hits with the PPC into the left torso down to 1 internal structure. Gauss rifle hits the left arm. Medium laser into the left torso, destroying the left torso, blowing off the left arm. Medium laser into the left torso, transferring to the center torso. Then we hit with 2 of the SRMs, doing 2 to the center torso and 2 to the left leg. Awesome hits with 1 of the PPCs, going into the center torso down to 4 armor. Awesome took 20 damage, needs a 3 rolls a 5, stays standing. Timberwolf took 80 damage, needs a 6 rolls a 6. Well, that's just what Battletech wants you to do. They just want you to buy every single book so that then you can be really sad when the one book that you need to reference doesn't actually exist. Natcat was at 17 heat, needed a 4 to avoid shutdown, rolled an 8. Oof. Inside of short range, that's not ideal. But double tap on the streaks. Then we can do a couple of the PPCs and call it a day. True. Though a lot of those source books you can still get on Drive-Thru-RPG. Fine, we're just going to make a game where we actively lie to you. No big deal. All right, so the big question is the center torso gone? We destroyed the engine, so that's great, but is the center torso gone? Yes, center torso is gone. So Timberwolf also. Okay, that's fine. We can still salvage them. We just can't repair them, which is fine. Everything's fine here. Yes. Save. All right. I control the field. Yes. I can still strip it for parts. But darn it. Hold on, wait. No. You did not get out. No. I 100% did this. Okay, who has more things that I can actually strip off? You have no armor. We've got the Ultra AC5, which is neat. Got the LRM-20 in a pod. Got the Clan ER medium. You also have very little armor worth mentioning. Got the ER large, medium, ER large, and the ER medium all still available. I think you're probably the better one to take, honestly. But I can't. I can't take either one of them. Okay, employer, have all the salvage. And I just handed that stash of clan gear over to my employer. Yeah, big old womp womp. But they're only dominating now. This is great. This is wonderful. Nice. Okay, cool. I am going to step away for about 3 minutes. I want to go grab a sweatshirt and then maybe like a little snack. I will be back in probably about 5 minutes, so it's a great time for you to go and, you know, get a beverage, refill your water glass, whatever. And if you haven't already, go ahead and follow the stream. If you're feeling really extra ambitious and you want to subscribe to the channel, I'd really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Here we go. My wife and I were just talking about how this weekend has the potential to be very not fun. Because our 2.5-year-old is terrified of loud noises. You know, things like fireworks. For those of you not in the United States, this is the 4th of July weekend when there's fireworks. Oh, I mean, that would be pretty cool. I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah, that could be really fun. But it would be challenging to implement because the thing with Dwarf Fortress is that you are building a brand new world. Well, would it be that hard? I don't know. Would it be that hard? Because you could essentially create like a universe class that logs notable events and then use that to build off of the character builder so that you have persistent family lines. You just have to import that file potentially. I don't know. Something to think about. Something to think about. But yeah, National Explosion Day, which is not the most ideal when you have a child who is like terrified of loud noises and thunder and things like that. Not the mostest idealist. What to do? Do we send in Charlie Lance? I think maybe we send in Charlie Lance and hope for the best. For Charlie or... I think Charlie. Charlie would be good. We just have to reload the ammo on Charlie really quick. Where's it at? There it is. Do I have tandem charge ammo, or did I get rid of all of it? Whoops. No, I didn't want that. And spares. All. No. Yep, a whole lot of nope. You might need to look up. I'm kind of ashamed to say this. I don't know how Artemis ammo works. I don't get it. I don't understand. So Eclectic, no, there's not a character builder yet. There's not. That is a long-standing future endeavor of Ileani's. There is no timeline. There is no anything on that. It is a thing that is kind of there that may one day happen. But yes, I know that Ileani was working on like a character import or civilian import or something like that. I haven't looked too deeply into it. Okay, well, we'll just do standard SRM ammo. Special computers that I don't have. Do I have Swarm Eye or do I just have Swarm? I think I just have Swarm, not Swarm Eye. Yep, just Swarms. Deadfire, Swarm, Frag, Deadfire with Incendiary, Fragmentation, blah, blah, blah. Womp womp. If you want the bonus from an Artemis launcher, you need Artemis missiles. You can use normal missiles, but they won't get the bonus. So, hold on, stand by. Now I have to look at something. It's like the... Oh. So, since I have the Artemis 4 fire control system, if I use the Artemis missiles, I get a bonus. Is what you're telling me. So I need to be not a dummy. I need to load Artemis capable ammo. Which I think I have. I think I just looked. Yes, I do have Artemis capable ammo. Now I have to look. Artemis fire control system. Okay, cool. Nice. Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I'm going to stop being a dummy and load Artemis ammo in my Frenskis. That makes a lot more sense. Cool. Just got done telling you to swap all of your ammo. The longbow, we are swapping over to Swarms. Boop. And then the heck. Got case, but nothing else, so... around 20. around 20. Do I have playtest 3? That's a good question. I think I do. No, I don't. I have playtest 1 and 2 on. The only mechs I know that I would have any kind of fire control system on are my Orions. I'm pretty sure I don't have anything on anything else except for maybe my clan mechs, but that's a later me problem. I'm like 99.9% sure. I wonder. Nope. Okay, cool. Ah. I got a new keyboard and has a freaking emoji key. I didn't even know that existed, but it has a key for emojis. And it's right above the backspace. Oh, really? I don't even remember what was in... There was something with it that I didn't like. Whatever. We'll just turn it on. It'll be fine. Boop. There we go. Hold on, wait. Do you mean like the... Do you mean like the ultra auto cannons that I don't have very many of right now? The ones that are being used against me? They make them more resilient? So that they kill me better? Is that what you're trying to do to me right now? I see what you're doing. All right, so let's go ahead. There we go. Oh, really? Huh. I love that. When does all of my ferrofiber start getting here? Gosh darn it, every time. $49 days. It's going to be 49 days before I get any ferrofibrous. Gross. Okay, cool. Let's do this and this. Hold on, don't be dumb. This and this and this. And then we were going to do Charlie Lands. Here we go. Can confirm. Zerb, thank you so much. You take care. Have a wonderful night and stay cool out there. Am I planning on playing with ECM? Yes, I think I even have ECM rules turned on. Oh, advanced rules. Yeah, I mean, at least I have sensor rules turned on, which should cover, I think, ECM? Oh, nope. Oh, that should have been turned on. Oops. All right, we're all learning together here. Yeah, so it should be covered under sensors. Oh, that doesn't happen until next month. All right, let's see what happens with this morale rule. And let's see what happens. All right, most of these folks were rolling on like a 3 or a 4. So we should hopefully be fairly okay. Oh no. Oh no, I lost my aerospace pilot. That's not good. Oh well. That's nice. My gosh. They are still dominating. We had decisive victory, and they are still dominating. It's ridiculous. Yeah, the UI, amazing thing. So if you weren't here at the beginning of the last stream, so the UI is beautiful. But check this out. If you haven't seen this, campaign options just keeps on getting better and better. Alatar and Hawk have both just been doing phenomenal and amazing things on this UI, on the campaign options. The ironic thing, yeah, watching it zoom in as you approach is just so much fun. They've been doing a lot of stuff with like making the search functions work. So let's say you're needing temp crew, temporary crews. It automatically opens up the area, and they're even working on like highlighting things as you search for them. But the really hilarious thing right now, and this is just until they fix a couple of things, the campaign options loads faster than the client options does. Like there's a noticeable delay loading the client options, and I used to think client options opened really fast. Not even a little bit compared to the campaign options now. Hey, let's look to see what they've got for jump ships. Jump ships. Oh, hey, we could get our very own bar guest. They've got a gunslinger. Are those ECM rules or are those advanced ECM rules? Wrong one. No! Yeah, because that's ECCM. Or we'll try them. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's go ahead and let's look at that unit market and let's look at the large vessels. Ugh, gross. So we can get a mule. Which, I mean, that would be nice. Honestly, getting a mule would be nice. Because then we can actually transport all of our own crap. I would not mind a mule. I would not say no to that. I mean, of course, a behemoth would not go amiss. Yeah, that's what I thought. ECCM is different from ECM. That's what I thought. No, I keep hitting the wrong thing. Meow. Meow, meow. We're going to keep those off right now. Because ECM should be on, like, automatically. Once you have sensor rules on. Cool. Very good. Very, very good. There's all that and that. Oh, good. The victor is done. Okay, there you go. All right, now then, briefing room, frontline engagement, all that looks fine. Here's the hoping. And Victor will control the battlefield. Commence drop. Can't confirm. This is a fun map. I like this. Whoever made this map, you're a wonderful human. All right, so let's take a look-see. Yep. Okay, what are they bringing? They've got a dire wolf. Got dire wolf and a timber wolf. It's fine. All I have to do is yeet my Phoenix Hawk at them, right? That'll win. How many mechs do they have? They've got 2 mechs and some infantry. Okay, cool. Yes. So how can I show? Long story, or the short version is yes. You would have to generate the map in MegaMek. Actually, might even be able to just do this. Yeah, cool. So yes, if something randomly is generated that you're like, oh, this is cool, go to boards, save as, and then save the board. And then you can pull it in. I have to kill, what, 50% of them? Yeah, so I have to destroy really one of the mechs more than anything else. Never bothered looking for that until you asked. I don't know if I would agree entirely with that. I think the 30-meter scaling might be a little off, but like using machine guns as an example. 50 meters is awful close for most machine guns. Like, not too bad. 150 meters, very much doable. I think that you could scale the 50 or the 30 meter per hex sizing to maybe 75. But I mean, in fairness, they had to pick something. And no matter what they picked, somebody would have been unhappy. So I don't mind it. They picked something, they stuck with it, and it works for the game. So I'm pretty happy with it. Yeah, which is 90 meters, which is, especially for like a heavy machine gun, you know, in the realm of, oh, that's interesting. Yep, there you go. There's just a whole lot of scaling problems that are associated with it. So, like I said, it's not perfect, but it works. I don't know. I see people getting really bent out of shape on a variety of things. Like, that's not how it actually works, or whatever the case is. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's a game. Some sweaty nerd had to figure out how to make this work in the 80s when there was no internet, and they took their best guess and they did their best, and you know what, I think they did a pretty good job. Yeah, I know it probably doesn't bother you very much. There's somebody out there though who is getting very sweaty over the fact that the hexes are not scaled appropriately or something. And they had to balance it. Uki, how's it going? It's nice to see you, man. Yeah, balancing any game, especially when it's as complex as this is no easy task. Well, the Phoenix Hawk had a bad day. Took an ER large to the left arm, ER large to the right arm, AC5 double tapped the left arm, then the right arm, and then got hit by 9 LRMs, doing 5 to the right leg, taking off the left arm, doing a little bit of damage to the left torso. Yes, the mass differences between ground and space are interesting. The math doesn't quite math, but that's okay. It's fine. Now, I mean, I actually do agree with you on the autocannons. I wish that did better against infantry, but you win some, you lose some. The AC2, especially, if it worked better against infantry, it would make it a much more viable weapon. But AC2s are just so bad in every respect. Just like, why do they exist? Why? I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable answer, but every time I get a blackjack, I just ask myself, why do you exist? Yeah, you're hoping for the crit, but it's still just, why? Especially when somebody is only carrying like 2 of them. That's just not ideal. Not ideal at all. Yeah, oh, yeah, for sure. Yes. Now, if you had... So, like, let's say your AC-20 could fire once. AC-10 could fire... Well, hold on. That doesn't scale very well. I don't know. I have to think about that. Because I agree with you. It would be nice if they could fire more than once. And I think that with the new autocannon rules, that might be a little bit better. But I'd have to look at it a little. Yeah. Yeah, AC-20s actually mess up the math, because normally I'd be like, oh, well, on AC-10, you can fire once, double it up for, like, a jamming risk. AC-5, you double tap, and then you get a triple round for a jamming risk, like so on and so forth, so that, like, there's still a reason to carry an AC-10, there's still a reason to carry an AC-5, all that, but you have more hit potential. That makes sense. But AC-20 kind of screws up the math. And no matter how you changed it, people will be unhappy about it. That's not how you play the game. Okay. All right, well, we finally hit the Timberwolf. Took a Gauss rifle into the right arm, down to 9 armor. The Daiichi firing the Phoenix Hawk hits with an ear large into the right leg. Ultra AC-5 hits with a single shot into the right leg. LRM-10 hits with 6 missiles, doing 5 to the left torso and 1 to the right leg, critting on a foot. Blackjack hits with an AC-2 into the left leg of the Timberwolf. Then we hit with LRM-5. All 5 missiles go in, doing 5 to the right arm against the Timberwolf. Phoenix Hawk takes an ear large into the left torso and ER medium into the center torso. Then UAC-5 puts a round into the right torso and the center torso of that poor little Phoenix Hawk. But it's still kicking. Centurion hits the AC-10 to the left leg of the Timberwolf. Then we hit with 6 LRMs, doing 5 to the right torso and 1 to the center torso. The Thunderbolt hits with 9 LRMs, doing 5 to the center torso and 4 to the right arm. So the Phoenix Hawk fell, destroyed its own right leg, and the pilot took a hit. And the Timberwolf took 40 damage, but stays standing. Yeah, so I mean, platoon breakdown rules would actually be great, especially when you're talking about loading them into APCs, because it gets really annoying really fast. Leave it to Uki to know that random fact. Battle troops. Was that kind of in the same vein as like Aerotech? Oh, womp womp. Nice. Did they... Oh, man. Now I have to go check that out. Because I'm wondering, did they roll... You know, because they rolled a lot of the Aerotech rules into, what was it, Total Warfare? So did they roll any of the Battle Troops rules into like Total Warfare or any of the other source books? Oh, really? Great, now I have to look into that. Why are you giving me more things that I have to do? Yeah. Well, wasn't Aerotech more of like your low space, high Earth orbit, or high atmosphere kind of stuff, and battle space was more of your like your deep space combat stuff? Isn't that how that worked? Or am I just making that up? True. Okay, cool. I'm happy to see I wasn't just making that up. But no, Eclectic, I don't disagree with you. Then part of the challenge, though, becomes, like, how do you scale it in a way? I don't know. No matter what, it's another example of just, like, no matter what you do, you're damned. No, let's not do that. Oh, nice. Okay, so we hit with 9 LRMs. Does 5 to the right arm down to 7 internal structure, another 4 to the right arm down to 3 internal structure, then another 9 missiles hit, doing 5 to the left arm, 5 to the right leg. Another 4 go in, destroying the right arm, blowing off the right arm. Then we do a little bit to the right torso. Another 9 LRMs go in, doing 5 to the right torso, 4 to the left leg. The Dire Wolf puts an ER large into the Centurion right arm, ER large into the left torso, medium pulse into the left arm, medium pulse into the left torso, medium pulse into the left leg, medium pulse into the center torso, and then both AC5s hit, doing 5 to the left leg, 5 to the right torso, 5 to the left torso, and 5 to the right arm. Oof, ouch. The Kerensky hits with the PPC into the right torso, missed with the Gauss rifle, medium laser into the right leg. Centurion at the Mad Cat puts an AC-10 into the left leg. The Archer hits with 16 LRMs, doing 5 to the center torso, 5 to the left leg, critting with no effect, 5 to the left arm, 1 to the right torso. Another 12 missiles hit, doing 5 to the left leg, critting on the hip and the foot, 5 to the right torso, 2 more to the right torso, causing the AMS ammo to explode. The pilot takes 2 hits and blacks out, then loses the case, takes a hit on the engine. So that's the Timberwolf that's going to be going down momentarily. Centurion has a bad day, though. So the Centurion took 80 damage, needs a 9, rolls an 8, takes a tumble, does some damage to his right leg, and that pilot takes a hit. The Timberwolf pilot destroys his own right torso as he falls after falling unconscious, and the pilot takes another hit. He's up to 3 hits total. Oof. You know, if we can... And the Timberwolf shuts down. Nice. Nice. So if we can deal with the Daiichi super fast, then we can have a mostly intact Timberwolf that we can take home with us potentially. Can you get up? Is that a thing you can do? Nice. We'll just do that. It's fine. Hopefully the dire wolf decides, oh, that's not what I wanted. It's not what I wanted at all. All right, well, that happened. I was hoping the dire wolf would keep shooting at the Centurion, but alas, it is not the case. Eclectic, I think you're right. But I'm not 100% sure on that one. I don't know. Somebody with a cruel sense of humor, that's who. Oh, that was the wrong mech. That's the right one. No! Just out of range. All right, let's see what happens here. So the dire wolf puts an ear large into the Kerensky's left arm, medium pulse into the left arm, medium pulse into the left torso, medium pulse into the right arm, but misses with both of the UACs. And missed the LRM-10. Then Applesauce puts 9 LRMs into the dire wolf, doing 5 to the left leg, 4 to the left torso. Destroy that searchlight. Man, there we go. We're doing good. Large laser into the right arm, missed with both the medium lasers though. Longbow hits with 12 LRMs, doing a total of 10 to the right torso, 2 to the left arm. Another 12 missiles hit, doing 5 to the head, smacking the pilot once. 5 to the right torso, getting a through armor crit with no effect. 2 more to the right torso, then hits with 3 LRMs to the center torso, 3 LRMs to the left arm. Centurion hits with the AC-10 into the right torso, medium laser into the right arm. Blackjack hits with AC2 into the left leg, and another AC2 into the left leg. Archer misses with everything. That's a bummer. Kerensky hits with the snub nose, the center torso. Oh my. Well, the Gauss rifle just took care of all of our problems. And this is good. This is very good. Let's see here. Nope, that was the wrong button. That's the right button. Nope. Yep. Yep. We'll do that and then this. Stand by. Where it at? There it is. Okay. Cool. Well, we are in a great spot now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, definitely salvage maker. I am super cool with that. I'm still claiming victory because that dude was passed out. I'm stealing his mech from under him. He's waking up and he's just got a Gauss rifle barrel, and that's all he can see through the cockpit. It's just the end of a Gauss rifle barrel at point blank, just sitting against the cockpit. He can either surrender or get a Gauss rifle round straight through his cockpit. His choice. Nice. That went way better than I was expecting. Way better. And you know what? I think I'll even let my employer have the dire wolf, so I can take the timber wolf. Sir, could you please roll down your window? All right. This one. And then this one. Here we go. Yeah, because that's not happening. But that can happen. That can 100% happen. And, you know, you put this together with the other direwolf or the other Timberwolf that I have, and you have yourself one entire Timberwolf. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a Timberwolf. That's pretty great. I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty excited. All right. We'll let all that stuff get back. I'm just going to reload my UI really quick. Give me 1 second here. There we go. We'll do that. And then... Save campaign, save. Don't worry. The stream's not ending. I'm just reloading the UI. Don't panic. Or do. You do you. I have actually been astonished at how easy it has been to find clan stuff. I think so. I'm not going to change it for this campaign, but the next time I do a campaign, or the next campaign that I do, here we go. That's all fixed. I'm probably going to change the clan procurement so that either you just straight up cannot procure clan equipment, or just make it horrendously hard so that it's almost impossible. So why don't we go ahead and do this? No! They're both missing the right torso. Oh, that's a bumski. So I don't have a whole Timberwolf. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy because I started playing this campaign in, I think, what, 3053? It's wild. You're correct. The right torso is the wrong torso. And it hurt me to say that, so you're welcome. All right, so one thing we can go ahead and do, though. Bravo lands. I think we go ahead. Yeah, we go ahead and swap out one of the grasshoppers. So Hellbore is going to go into my other Victor. Where you at, bro? Where is you? Yeah, hold on 1 second, guys. Meow, meow. Okay. Sorry, I had to acquire a miniature human who will then probably scream very loudly into a microphone, but we shall see. What's this? Yes. Yes, MegaMek a left torso on. No one will notice. Man, that's an awful... Looks an awful lot like a Phoenix Hawk left torso on your Timberwolf there. Don't ask questions. Just don't ask questions. It's fine. All right, where did Hellbore go? There he is. Hellbore, you can jump into the Victor. And then from there, the Victor. Cool. That is pretty darn good. There's that. Give it a day or 2 or 3 or 4. We'll look to see what they're going to get us. But, I mean, that's highway robbery right there. Let's see here. Oh, but it would get us some clan ferrofibrous. Oh, is it worth it? They have been working on Frankenmech. So, Frankenmechs exist within MegaMek, but there's no implementation within MekHQ at this time. Because it's just going to take a little bit of work, so it's going to be a tiny bit of time. Okay, so we would get some clan ferrofibrous out of this. What else do we actually get out of it, though? Some torsos and stuff like that, but nothing crazy. I don't think it's not worth paying a 1 million C-bill premium for me to get clan ferrofibrous a little bit earlier. It's really not. Yeah, this is 100% the thing that they were built for. I think only in MegaMek. Well, so hold on. No, don't accept. Refuse. So you can Frankenmech it where it at? New phone, who dis? There we go. Customize in MekLab. So yeah, so if it's an Omni chassis, you can't do FrankenMek. But if you do anything else, hold on, where is it at? Derp, 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 derp. There's supposed to be a FrankenMek option down here, but it might only exist in MegaMek Lab. I've seen the option down there. I've seen it. I've seen it. Yeah, right here. So some mechs, you've got the FrankenMek option. So it doesn't exist with all. I don't know why I couldn't do it with the Awesome, but the Victor I can do it. Yeah, I don't think you can. Let's go ahead and pull up another Omnimech here really quick. So, boop, Omnimech. Yeah, so it depends on the mech. It doesn't exist on all mechs, but if it does exist, it's going to be under structure armor under the chassis block, and it'll be right next to Omni. You'll see an option for FrankenMek. Now, I think that you can change the armor, though, within MekLab, because it'll allow you to change your armor type and maintain the Omnimech, but I don't know if that breaks something. It might. All right, good. Maintenance happens. Things are happening. This is good. All of this stuff is good. Is good. All right, active units, repair those. Bloop. Yeah, it's nice that they're not just like Omnimechs. They're mechs, but better. All right, cool. All right, let's go ahead and advance Uno Mas Day here. See if Charlie Lance can't come home. What was it that was needing the engine? That was... one of the Ryokens? I think it was one of the Ryokens. Hold on. Oh, is it 375 XL? What do I have that needs 375? Weird. Hey, what's up, youngster? There's a decent number. There's a decent number. We definitely got pretty lucky with some stuff. We got took out a dire wolf with a headshot, which was nice. Yeah, so I thought the Mad Cat has 375. Both my Mad Cats have intact engines, so I don't know. Whatever, it's fine. My logistics folks are just going ham, ordering things. Good for them. I'm happy for them. They're spending all of my money. All right, let's go ahead and keep on walking around a little here. Oh, pivotal engagement. A massive enemy force is taken to the field, and if they are allowed to gain momentum, they will become an unstoppable threat. Your mission is to blunt their advance by destroying at least 25% of their forces, forcing them to slow their assault and reconsider their position. The enemy is relying on overwhelming numbers, expecting to steamroll our defenses, target high-value units, disrupt their formations, and make them bleed for every inch of ground. If they hesitate or falter, their offensive will collapse before they can reach full strength. The victor will control the battlefield at the end. Okay, it's fine. They're bringing just a chill 14,000 BV. No bigs. So, yeah, that'll be great. I think that's going to be a very fine spot to start off with on probably Sunday. So, yeah. Good deal. Good deal. What do we have coming in over the next couple of days? So we've got the LB10X. Got some actuators, stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. You are so correct. Trainees to keep alive. Oh, nice. Okay. Good call out, Eclectic. Good call. Keeping the trainees alive is completely optional. You call them trainees. I call them distractions for the enemy, not me. I tell them to go forward. Anyways, I think that this is going to be a very fine spot for us to finish off on. Do I have? Yeah, field kitchens are still in transit. Do I have spares? Yeah, this will be a very fine spot for us to go ahead and pause for today. We will pick it up again hopefully on Sunday. I'll post something in the MegaMek Discord as soon as I know for sure. I just want to double check with my wife to make sure that, no bigs. Anyways, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate it. I appreciate you all joining along, having a great conversation. If you haven't already, go ahead and follow the stream. If you're feeling really spicy, hit that little subscribe button. If you're watching this later on the YouTubes, then please make sure you subscribe down below, and then maybe hit that little bell icon to know when a new video comes out. And then otherwise, leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you all. Take care. Have a wonderful rest of the night. And as always, if you want to hang out for a few minutes, we'll spread the love just a little bit, and we'll raid some random human out there. Anyways, have a great rest of the night. Take care.